Hi, everybody. My name is Patricia Kuznetsov. You can call me PK. That's a lot easier. If you ever have to look my name up, though, in a list, just remember it sounds like a Russian sneeze. Kuznetsov. Anyway, I'm happy to see all you guys, even if it is across the cyberspace realm. Um, this is going to be a great quarter. I just wanted to introduce myself to you and tell you how grateful I am that you signed up for my course. I've been teaching at Cal Poly for 22 years now. Um, I love teaching at Poly. I love the students. I love my discipline, the English department. Um, we have a lot of cool things in store for this quarter. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy the curriculum that I've put together. I know we're all exhausted. This has been a particularly I don't know. I don't even know how to begin to explain. It's just been such a particularly bizarre and hurtful and grieving kind of year or last 6 months. I don't know about you guys, but I'm emotionally exhausted. So I think we all kind of bring that exhaustion to the table. And as a professor, I think I need to keep that in mind for myself and for you guys that we are under extreme duress and we're all performing under unusual circumstances with a great amount of trepidation. But I just want to tell you that I spent all summer looking for different kinds of pieces of curriculum, and I've pared it down to some elements that I think are going to be really, I hate to use the word fun, but you're going to hear me use that word a lot because, hey, I'm an English major. This is my career and I love it. So I'm going to have fun. Kind of my theory is if I can't have fun teaching this class, then I don't want to be a teacher. So in my pursuit of making it fun for me, I think I end up making it fun and engaging for you. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit this quarter. It's my first quarter. I'm going to confess to you, it's my first quarter using Canvas. And I was a late adopter to Canvas. Not that I was in love with PolyLearn, but I was used to PolyLearn. And so please bear with me as I, lumber or I don't know, just oaf my way through um, adapting to Canvas. I'm going to do my best to not get you lost and not get myself lost, but it's a pretty tight program or a learning module system, so I think we won't have too many hiccups. I've pared down the design of the course so that it's much easier to navigate, and we're going to do some fun things. One of them is going to be a process paper in which you are going to have to inform your audience, which will be us, some kind of process, whether it's maybe you know how to do origami. So you're going to write a process analysis paper and also create a video that kind of accompanies your process paper. I think this will be a really fun. It still is not skimping on academic rigor or complexity, but I think it's going to be a fun component to start us off with. We're going to also look at logical fallacies, what makes arguments sound or convincing. Sometimes an argument can be completely illogical and be convincing. We're lucky, well, kind of lucky, we're in a election year because we really get a chance to see the fallacies working in the political arguments that we're going to hear that we've been hearing, and be able to listen to those arguments and see why they might appeal to people, but why they aren't logical. So that's something we're going to do. And some of you are already familiar with the fallacies if you remember, if you've heard of like red herring, slippery slope, non sequitur, bandwagon. Those are all logical fallacies that kind of create false arguments or weaknesses in arguments that many people might overlook. Not you guys, because you're going to learn how to spot them. I also have a component on monuments, and I'm just developing it still, and it's a really exciting analysis of, what's the difference between a monument and a statue and a memorial? What are these things? I mean, these are really current events for us, but I want to take a kind of an objective look at what is the what are these monuments, not only in the United States, but maybe across the world? Who's their audience? What kind of message do they deliver? Should they be removed? Should they be destroyed? Should they be defaced? Should they be put in a museum? So I want to help us really interrogate this concept of memorials, or I'm sorry, monuments. It seems to be, it's not something that has just happened recently. There's been a struggle against monuments for quite a few years in quite a few countries. So I think that'll be an amazing component. And I don't want to explain the surprise part of it because it's a surprise. We also have, we're going to do a lot of discussion boards and some quizzes. I'm not a big quiz person because that feels like busy work to me, but I will do quizzes because I think it helps establish your attendance. Because remember, attendance, clicking in and logging in isn't attendance, but clicking in and accomplishing something small, even if it's a non-graded item, you got to kind of get used to in an online class that clicking in and doing something, whether it's adding points or not, is the way that you kind of claim your attendance. And remember, we have to have a certain amount of attendance in order for you to earn the credit in the class. So those will be some ways that I'll kind of keep the attendance check just by having you submit some low stakes, not busy work, but also not complex little assignments or responses that will help you with your check-in. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Okay, so I'm teaching from home, and I'm using my computer. I got all my computer system brought over from Cal Poly. So, I'm trying to do this deal with you guys. So I've got this background. I don't know if it's going to work. It looks a little busy. So you guys, we're all kind of in this together. It's not the ideal world. I really miss you guys. I miss being in the classroom. What drew me to teaching is the amazing ideas and the intelligence and the discovery and the curiosity and the intelligence of all of you. And, that symbiotic relationship between the instructor and the students, it's really difficult. I'll admit it's really difficult to replicate in an online class when you're used to, being able to speak to your instructor face-to-face or come to office hours face-to-face. Let me tell you real quickly how I see the Zoom. We're supposed to meet Tuesdays and Thursdays for 2 hours. Well, let's get real. I've been doing enough Zoom meetings. There is no way that we are going to have a 2-hour class, in a row. So what I might do is some of those days I will have a guest speaker come, someone from industry perhaps, outside of Cal Poly. I also think that I can use that time for, maybe we'll read a selection and in the first hour on your own, and then at 10, if your time period is 9, 10 to 11, maybe the second hour we'll clock in and have a discussion. So we might do that, or maybe it will be the opposite, where we'll come in on the Zoom meeting and we'll talk about something, and then maybe I'll give you something I want you to do offline. I'll also probably use that time for conferencing, especially as we get to the end of the quarter and we're working on the research paper. So don't worry about those chunks. The good part is, and what I wanted to do with that synchronous time, is to make sure that I had you all available so that when we go to library workshops or we do something, that I know you're all available at the same time. I'm not sure legally if I can record the classes. So I've got to look into that, because there's a privacy element. Am I really allowed to record students talking on Zoom? And I don't know what the legalities are for that. So as it stands right now, I don't know the answer to that. So you should probably plan on, checking in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll have a Zoom link for you. And you guys, this is just going to be an awesome quarter. I'm scared to death, but I'm also so stoked and excited. You guys bring so much to the table. And, I know that we're all beat up. But you know what? We are thrivers. We can do this. All right. And if you ever have an issue or you're scared of something, or you're freaking out, and maybe, just email me, okay? Or ask to set up a Zoom face to face. I want to help you succeed. I care about you. I wouldn't be in this profession for this many years if I didn't care about students and about, the impact that we can have on our world as California educated people. So welcome to English 145. I hope you're going to enjoy your time spent with me and your classmates, and I welcome any ideas you might have for ways to create community. Maybe you know how to do things that I don't know. Maybe you learned something last quarter or the quarter before, or you have an idea, how we can create community in our class. Do we need Twitter? Do we need Slack? Do we need Instagram? What do we need? You guys got to help me here so we can create some level of community. It's really difficult, that typically students really develop, collegial relationships because of being together in classes. And so I'm hoping that we can still replicate some of that. My name is Patricia Kuznetsov, and I am so, so, so thrilled that you're in my class.